So in Real Talk Studio, you can now create a catalogue of personas that allow you to practice with common personas, personalities that you might reuse across your role plays. You could think of these personas such as like Fed Up Frank, an employee that's consistently demotivated, disengaged. You might create a persona for a common ICP, ideal customer profile, that you'd like to practice different role plays around renewing contracts, winning new work, upselling. So yeah, you can create a range of different personas that enable you to practice and use these across your role plays on the platform. And here's how it works. In addition to our roleplay builder, we now have a persona builder that allows you to outline the kind of persona you want to create and create a really realistic, nuanced and specific persona that you can reuse over and over again. When creating your persona, all you have to do is put in some short details that enable you to create the persona. You can also then choose which aspects of the persona you want to generate. You can generate their identity, professional background, company environment, and also buying habits if that's relevant for you if you're in like a sales roleplay. What's also very cool is if you want to add even more realism, you can actually add a LinkedIn URL that will enable you to also add supplemental information from a public profile that enables you to make the persona even more realistic and real. Again, we don't use the specific details as such, so the avatar, for example, won't look or sound like them, but we use those details to make sure like the company history and the background, etc., are as real as possible. And once you've put in those short details, just generate persona. After a few seconds, your persona will generate, and then you can customize all the details. So you can choose their name, the job and all that. You can choose from a range of different avatars that would represent the persona. And then all you need to do is go through and edit all the details. What we do is we scaffold and paint the picture of the persona for you, so it kind of makes it as easy as possible. All of these things you can edit, but we give a whole bunch of detail around the persona. So again, it feels nuanced, realistic and specific to the person that you want to practice with. And we do that across their identity, the sort of psychology around the persona. You can, of course, choose different moods that you'd like to practice with. Think of these of like, how did the avatar or the persona get out of bed this morning and how are they feeling in this particular conversation? You can also edit around the professional role and the context. Again, if you're using a LinkedIn profile, that would make it specific to what you uploaded there. And the context in which the company in which they work, again, all editable. And this just again makes sure that the persona is acting as if they work at a specific company, so that adds more context and detail to the environment in which they're working. And then lastly, if you are doing like a sales role play, we also add details around their buying habits, so any kind of budget controls they've got, what their top objections might be in the sale, so that allows you to create a realistic buyer profile as well as the previous information we just talked about. And lastly, what you can also do is add any very specific knowledge, facts, figures, information that is relevant to the persona. So you could add in a history of conversations or some specific knowledge that might add more depth and nuance to the persona. And once you've done that, save the persona. Now your persona has been created, you can actually use it within role plays. In our roleplay builder, you can outline the scenario that you want to practice, and then you can choose that particular persona from your library. Then when you start the role play, you'll go through the usual workflow, and then you can, as you can see, you can then adjust and tweak your persona's mood for that particular conversation. And then what we also do in this specific conversation, we outline what the persona's objectives, concerns, needs might be in this specific conversation. So yeah, that's the new persona feature in Real Talk Studio, enabling you to create realistic, nuanced, specific personas that you can reuse across many, many different scenarios.